Okay, the head. One of the most important part of the printer. Started by printing the component for the clockwork, the hot end, and the head cover. While extracting the clockwork main body, I unfortunately snapped it and I can't fix it. So I need to print another one. After all the components are extracted and washed, next I did is to insert the insert press into each insert hole and holding it there with a CA glue. This clockwork mechanism took so much press insert that it took a while to insert them all. In contrast, the hot end only needs 4 inserts, so it's a quick process. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. For this part, I felt the press insert down with the file to make it flush with the part. All the inserts are inserted in its place. Now, it's time to assemble it. Starting from the tension lever, merging these two parts together, screwing it, and for the idle give, I steal it from this. Yes, I bought the whole extruder. It's the clear one. Isn't that looks cool? That's why I bought it. Yeah, back to topic. I gathered the extruder cut and placed it in the clockwork mechanism, starting from its idler gear. Oh, should not use that ring. In the end, I replace it with the ordinary M3 ring. Inside the pair, hey, stop playing with the extruder G-plates. Better task at hand. Oh, alone Philip. Yes, for the flathead countersunk screws, I use the Philip head. Okay, the drive gear. The manual specifies the curve to be 15.6 mm of the reducer gear. I use my caliper to measure it, cause I do not know where my other ruler is. Then, installing the other side of the bearing, inserting the drive gear, and sandwich the drive gear in the clockwork mechanism. Selecting the correct screws, then installing said screw. Wait, something missing. Whoops, forget one press insert, no biggie, it's quick to install anyway. We are the screw and it's time to test the alignment. Using the filament, inserting in and it aligned. Yay! Next is the tension lever. They specify to insert in one piece like that. But I find it difficult for me to do. So I insert this part first, then the lever, and its screw axis, the latch, and final piece the extruder motor. Yes, it's my head prototype. No, it's not for Voron. It's for another printer. Inside the screw and the set screw. I thought the empty washer is for the extruder screw, but nope, it's for the set screw. So I store it back, cause I do not know where my bag that contains extra empty washer went in my part bin. Yeah, can use the screwdriver. I lost my L key wrench and I do not know where it gone. For now, I will install it off the camera. The final piece is the chain anchor. I picked the wrong one and it's also too short, so a shimmer is needed. For now, I installed that one as a placeholder. Adding additional insert, inserting the screws, and lastly, a cover is needed for it to look neat. And tada! It's finished. Okay, the hot end, the most important part of this head. Oh, apparently we started from that. Testing the hot end against the 3D printed part first, then extruding the goodies that came with the extruder. Okay, but first, the heater and the thermocouple needs to be assembled first. I try to dry assemble them, figuring things out first before involving the grease and make the stuff messy. This part feels fragile. I worried that the heater connection might break. Okay, now the thermocouple. Straightening the thermocouple out, and now for real. Cutting small opening on the package, testing it on the tissue, and soldering the grease all over the block. Using the thermocouple as a spreader. Thermocouple is a built-in spreader. Inserting in the thermocouple and attaching the heater. Threading the clip to the thermocouple and clipping the heater in its screw. Cleaning extra grease, it left a lot of mess on the part itself, on my hand, and on the table, so I need to clean it up. I clean it using an acetone though. Yes, it's including my hand. Installing the silicone boot, cleaning the stubborn grease, Then attach it to the 3D printed part, routing the cables through the groove, selecting the fitting screw, installing it, and tightening it down. And the Pt5 tube. This specifies 11mm protrusion, but giving me it feels too short. Oh, yeah. It didn't go in that far. Well, better too long than too short, I guess. Cutting the things out, and it's still too long. Shaving piece sticks length, and it fits now. Lastly, the cover. Starting by snapping the supports. Yeah, don't careful enough. Some of the part gets snapped. Oh, next is the fan. I use 12-volt fan from the heat break cause the 24-volt is considerably more expensive than this. Routing the cable, and it's time for the blower fan. Need to cut the earring first using a snipper. Then, shifting to cuff cutter. It requires so much force to cut the earring out. I need to do that because I do not have a saw. If you saw me sewing using a saw before, it wasn't my saw. I borrowed said saw. Okay, I'll be quiet. Then make it flush to the body using file. Then insert it into the cover. Yeah, the clip. I need to trim it also. Cutting it with the snippers and filling it flush. We install it. It went flawlessly this time. Then screwing the return screws. Now that the cover is installed, it's time to merge it all together. Oh, some of the part looks clearer than others because I started some CA glue on them. At first, it was accidental, but I like the way it looks. So here we are, looking at the complete assembly for the first time. I have attempted to use the extension that came with the extruder, but in mid trying stuff out, I realized that it's not long enough. Plus, the fan header clearly isn't long enough. So, extension time. I do not have the cream tool, and I do not want to buy a new one. So, I put this, a pre-wired one, splicing it all together in a staggered way. Years ago, you two showed me how to splice a stranded cable, so I used that. Stripping the insulation for both sides, and splicing the conductor inside. Merging it together, twisted it, done the same thing on the other side, adding some flux, soldering it, repeat for the other side. Cleaning said flux, and heat shrunk it. Now that that was done, it's time to do it all over again from the other side. While doing that, I will tell you about the copper snake. I mean, the other extension cable. All of them use 26 American wire gauge cable I got from the 10 wire rainbow cables. I use a 26 LWG because the extruder is 26 and the rest is just for signaling. So I'm comfortable enough to use 26. Since it's just a signaling, this won't be a much current passing through. But I'm still worried about its noise, especially the thermocouple one. Placing the wiring near and parallel to power lines isn't a good idea, IMHO, but there is no other place to route to. And for the heater, I use 18WG, cause you can size bigger, but for smaller one, you better know what you are doing. If not, your cable could be an impromptu light. Anyways, it's complicated to splice 4-wire conductor, cause I do not have 13, you know that thing, so the wire move where it move. Also, these wires are so small, making it hard to handle. At last minute I decided to add this sleeve, but it won't fit, so here is my small tip to you. I use a rose plier to stretch the opening even more. Gingerly spraying it out. We do not want to rip it, don't we? If it's too long, just do the other thing on the other side. If it is still too long, you are screwed probably. Okay, all of the extension cable is done. But if I install it directly, it risking the cable gets snagged along the gantry. So, a track chain is needed. I use a zip chain by the way, and at first I want to assemble the male part when the cable is unset already. But it left me with so much parts that I lose track on how much do I need to print. So, decided to assemble the chain first, printing all additional necessary parts, then thread the wire through. Threading the wire took so much time that I only shot some of it, cause my server is almost full already. It's critically full, believe me, after I finish with this series. So, to be able to make this thing, I decided to glue on the female part first, then connect them with the male part, minding its turn rotation. Don't get reversed, or the track chain will not bend correctly. Testing the connector if it could go through or not. Thankfully, it could. Now it's time to install the head on the gantry. This is my first attempt at installing this thing. I won't go into detail on how it was installed, because this video is too long already, saving this video length and my sanity editing it. But the detail you need to know was that I became impatient and broke the gantry. So I need to disassemble it and reprint it again. Since I do not have extra hardware on hand, I need to extract it all from the broken part and soak the brass insert into acetone to melt the CA glue. Then reattach the hardware again. Since I broke the gantry, I need to retension the XY belt again. Yay! So we skip forward to the chain install. Starting from the Z-axis, anchoring it to the bottom and to the drive A part. I need to flip the anchor chain on the drive A side. It's a bit tricky to install it on the drive A side. Then, route the snake, I mean the cable, to the back of the drive A. Now the Y chain, anchor it into the Y profile and threading the cable to one at a time. Continue with the X-axis. Then my order arrived. So now I could anchor the Y-axis to this thingy and the X-axis to the head anchor. But before anchoring it to the head, I need to assemble it first. Don't forget to attach the probe first though, guess what I did? And then the hot end. I intentionally left the belt untrimmed, in case A, it decided to break again, and B, I need to change all of this fragile resin part with the real deal at some point. Now, starting the clockwork assembly, screwing the holding screws in, and this part now decide to break. Great! No biggie, as a Echo could fix this. Can install it like that, so I need to take off the clockwork again for the fifth time now. We did the step before. Oh, don't install the anchor first cause the motor can get in. It was blocked by it. And I should install the extruder cable first as it can be installed where the motor is in. Obviously I forgot to do that. Why you always do that in first assembly too? So that dum-dum just tighten the anchor into its place and installing the head cover. I do suggest to install the bottom screw first, then the top, cause the bottom one is more difficult to align than the top one. Then anchor the chain to the clockwork and it is done.
Forgot. Forgot to install this. Aduh, I need to do something again. Well, do it off camera then. Bye.
Okay folks, the head is installed and all wires are routed too, including the heater and the end stop. Wait, forgot to set the tape. Well, it's for future me problem. Thank you so much for watching. Later getters. Uh, I need to temporarily pause this project for a while though, because of, let's say, reason. But do not worry, I still will upload videos next month. It's a different project. As we still have Project Draco on hand, and I have a new project for you. I think this is important one for the future. My future, I guess. Probably yours as well, I do not know. Okay, see ya.